All right. Welcome to the celebration, welcome home celebration for our 2024 Class 11 AAA State Football Championship. On your feet as we welcome the state champs to the school song. All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here to celebrate our 2024 State Championship football team. My name is David Maxwell. I'm our activities director here at Lincoln. I'll be kind of leading it a little bit here today, but we have some special guests that are going to be saying a few words. The first thing that I'd like to acknowledge is getting to the top is definitely hard, but staying on the top is even harder, and that's exactly what we did by going back-to-back with our state championship this year. And let's have a round of applause for that. At this time, I'll invite our superintendent, Dr. Jane Stabum, up to say a few words.
Oh, good afternoon. I feel like we were just here, so I told Coach he needs to quit interrupting our Sunday afternoons, but it's a great reason to be interrupted, and we're just so proud. It seems like we were just kicking off the President's Bowl, and whoosh, here we are to the state championship. Time goes quickly. And I was thinking about it last night, because last night was one of those games that I would call a scream and yell game all the way from beginning to end, and that's what state championship games are made of. I was also thinking about last year when we were here. We knew we were going to lose some key senior players, and I think that always leads to some uncertainty about what does that look like next year. Are we going to be as good? Is it all rebuilding? Going to be a few more years maybe before our team is a contender again at the state level, and we saw that that is not true. And here's why. Because if you listen to the players last night as they were being interviewed after the game, they said some really key things. They said, we know what our coaches expect of us. We knew what those players last year set for us for a bar. We know what the system is, and the system works. We have consistency in what we do, and this is what we're all about. And that is because we have a coaching staff here led by Coach Friedenberg that is second to none, because they go out there and they know what they're about, they know what they do, and our young men know what they expect. And that's what happens. There's great teams all over the country that have really outstanding players, but they don't win football games. It takes outstanding teams that also include outstanding players to make a state championship team. And so thank you to everybody. Congratulations to the players. Our schools are about building young men, and this is just another great example of how that's happened, resulting in a state championship. Go Pats!
Thank you, Dr. Statham. Next up, we'll have our principal, Dr. Laura Rader.
Congratulations to the 2024 Lincoln High School football team, coaches, players, and parents, just the entire Lincoln football family. Excellent job this year. As it was already mentioned, back-to-back is statistically an anomaly, and we devalue it when we use the term B2B. I've seen that quite a bit on X today. Let's just marinate on what it takes to win a championship back-to-back. The team before you is an entirely different team than what we had last year. For one, everyone's a year older. They're more experienced. We have different players in different positions doing different jobs for the team. The turnover is real, and it's good, it's scary, and it's exciting. So yesterday's game was won by a new team, a different team than last year, which makes B2B even more impressive. The second thing is that the team had to forget about last year and had to have the same hunger as a team who had never been to the Dome. Now, I can't speak to the X's and O's of the game. I can say that the coaching team and players were able to focus on one game and one play at a time. Some of you might know that I watched the game down very close to the field, sometimes too close. And during one of our final games at Howard Wood Field, something hadn't gone right for us. And the coach gathered some players together and explained what should have happened and what needs to happen better. And then concluded with, I know you are tired. I know you are hurting. Play for the guy next to you. Play for the seniors. That hunger and belief in family led to the win yesterday and the back-to-back championship. Congratulations, team. Go Pats.
Up next, we'll hear from our head coach, Jared Fredberg.
You know, I guess the overwhelming question that I got from like August and even to last night, it's like, you know, what are you going to do? You lost that team, you lost those seniors last year, and you know, what's the vibe? What are these kids thinking? Well, what they were thinking was that they were a part of it too last year, and so all year, all summer, all this off season, all they did is they just had that chip on their shoulder that they wanted to prove that it was them too, and it was all of us together. And so I said it after the semifinal game, and the same stands true right now. I've never been more proud of a group of young men in my life. Just the way they pulled together. There were a lot of question marks. There were a lot of doubts at the beginning of the season. You know, how are we going to get this thing going? How are we going to pull it together? And it was them. It was them. They had the determination and the fire. They had the want, and they had the drive to get this thing done. You know, that being said, you know, losing the way we did to Brandon that very first game, I just want to let you guys know something. Having a 39-13 or whatever it was, and turning it around and flipping the script and going 31-21 in that game last night, it goes to these guys right here. You know, going into it, the plan was great all week. We had a great week of practice, almost so much I was waiting for something bad to happen. It just was great. Kids were locked in. I thought we had the perfect amount of practice. If we had one more day, I think they'd have gotten bored because they knew it so well, and they were just ready to go. They wanted to play, and they came through. What an exciting game I had. We stayed up till like 2 or something. We watched it last night. It's kind of cool to see it on the replay and like, oh, I forgot that happened. I couldn't be prouder of a group of young men. They really stood together, and they just found a way. They seemed to find a way the entire year and found a way in the biggest stage in the Dakota Dome last night. So thank you for your support. Thank you. Just another special thanks to our coaching staff. I think they are the best in the state. They are the best around. They pour into these kids. They put in so much time, and I just am so blessed to have them be a part of our staff. Mr. Maxwell, Dr. Rader, thank you for your unwavering support of this program, and we're going to keep this thing rolling. Go Pats.
At the risk of sounding monotonous or repetitive, at this time I talked a lot about Coach Fredenberg last year and how impressed I was with him and his program, and all those things still ring true of the kind of man that we have leading our young men and everything that we epitomize of why we have high school activities. And yes, this is amazing, and it'll be something that we'll never forget for the rest of our life, but more important than that is the life lessons about accountability and taking ownership of what's ours to own, and being disciplined and toughness and being a great teammate. Those are all the things that I'm probably most proud of what we're instilling of the young men in front of you. And so let's go a round of applause for Coach Fredenberg. I also want to acknowledge, I know he just talked about the entire coaching staff, and last year I acknowledged them, but quite frankly in my first year I didn't know them that well. I knew some of them. Some of them were in our building, some of them weren't. But I have to tell you that one of the reasons, the only way that you can have continued success is if you have a program, not one group of kids that are really, really good. And the only way continued success happens is if you have tremendous coaches at every level. And that's definitely what we have from our freshman level all the way up to our varsity level. And so let's give our entire coaching staff a round of applause. I also think some of the behind-the-scenes people that don't necessarily get recognized as often as they should be. If you noticed last night, I was standing next to our strength and conditioning coach, Brady Bonte, and our athletic trainers, Katie Lardy and Austin Mueller. Brandon had a few people that were going down with cramps and all of those things throughout the game, and we did not have that issue. And we have the best people in charge of that area as well. So let's give them a round of applause. And then we've talked a little bit about the first time we played Brandon this year, and you may notice at the end of the game, I'm always down under the scoreboard. I open the gate so the players can come down there and meet the fans. And up to that point, I had only experienced our players sprinting down to the end, Kish sometimes even maybe doing the airplane. But it was weird because we hadn't lost since I had been here. And so I'm standing down there, and the game had been decided for a little bit of time before it had ended. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm really curious what this is going to look like, because I haven't seen this yet from us. And I don't know how are our players going to handle it, how are our coaches going to handle it. And it was certainly more somber. Kish did not do the airplane coming down, as it should have been. No question, it should have been more somber after a loss like that. But what I was most impressed with on that evening was the response I got from players and coaches during my brief interactions with them. They're coming off, I'm usually one of the first ones, I'll say good job, whatever. And then I'm always the last one to leave out there, so the players come back through and I'll chat them up a little bit. And the response that I got surprised me, but made me know that we were going to be going in the right direction. And the responses that I got were things like, man, I didn't really play well tonight. I did not do what we needed to do for us to win. I had no less than 5 players say that to me. And our coaches said the same thing. I did not prepare us as well as I needed to for us to have success tonight. And the thing that I love most about that is owning what's in your control. And that was our team and our coaches owning what was in their control and acknowledging, oh man, we maybe didn't do great tonight. And that's the only way that we can move forward to have success. And that's exactly what happened and what led to right where we are sitting in this gym celebrating another state championship tonight. Let's give a round of applause for that. At this time, I believe our captains are going to say a few words. Captains, come on up.
I just want to start by saying thank you to everyone here, and thank you for your support throughout the whole season and throughout my 4 years here. It went by really fast, and I'm grateful for all of it. To my teammates, couldn't be more proud of these guys. I mean, been with them for so long, and we've done so much together, and it just makes me really proud that we did it our senior year as our group, and it just feels great. I want to thank the coaching staff, Brady, Austin, Katie. They're always there for me no matter what. They're always there for anyone on this team, and we had a lot of questions at the start of the year on this, but I don't think we really questioned ourselves. I think we believed it from the start, and we knew we could do it no matter what. Thank you for everything.
Well, I just want to thank you guys first of all, because we couldn't have done any of this without you guys. You guys were a big support through the whole season. And I want to thank all the coaches, all you guys have done for me the past 4 years. Thank you, Freddie. Thank you, all of you guys. Leno, thank you. Z, thank you for coming. You taught us a lot to the season. Cheerleaders, thank you for helping us through the year too, because you guys got to see us. Brady, thank you for the last 4 years. You've done a lot for me the last 4 years. Katie, Austin, thank you for helping with my cramps and stuff. I don't know what happened then, but I guess not enough water. That's really all I have to say. Thank you guys.
I want to thank everybody for coming to the games and supporting us throughout our 4 years of high school, and all the coaches, especially Simon and Nas and thankful that we got through the season and we played our asses off the entire season and won the state championship.
I want to start by thanking a guy who kind of goes unnoticed, but he does all the little things behind the scenes, and he's a really big role to Lincoln High School. Maxwell, he does a lot of things that you don't notice, and he's always there to make sure our athletes have stuff going on and the right things, so give him a round of applause. And I want to thank you guys for just supporting our team. We wouldn't have been here without you guys being there and just supporting us and making us a family. You guys are always there for us. And then I want to thank the coaching staff. These guys, at the start of the year, the whole defensive coaching staff was pretty much new except for Dehai. So these guys coming in and accepting all of us seniors and leading us through this whole season, they did a great job. So thank you guys. And then to my teammates, thank you guys for letting me be one of your leaders and letting me be captain of this team. I'm very proud of what happened this year and how we could succeed. Thank you guys.
All right, we'll close here in just a second, but I'm going to say the same thing I said last year. Lincoln High School is a special place, and there's special people here. We have special parents, we have special teachers, we have special coaches, we have special kids, and so proud of what we put on the field all year long, and just so happy that we're all being able to reap the rewards of that with this team this afternoon. Our teams and activities have had a tremendous fall with our programs, bringing home 3 of the 9 state championships that have been competed for this fall. That includes boys soccer, boys cross country, and now football, all bringing home state championships. We'll conclude here. You'll have the chance. There's some cookies and water. Everybody will get a chance to take as many pictures as you want. We'll stay as long as you like here. But one more time, thank you all for coming. We'll play the school song and wrap it up here. Thank you.